Ladies, please make the first move. It is currently midnight. I'm waiting for my LSAT results. Cannot sleep. And I have a rant stuck inside me. For the love of God, just ask him out. I cannot tell you how many times my friends have come to me asking why he hasn't said anything yet. Women are not incapable of initiating. And anyone who says they shouldn't needs to check their brain. As a woman, I cannot recall the last time I regret saying something. There is a 90 chance he'll flat out say yes. And if not, he absolutely 100 will be appreciative. Every single guy I've ever talked to has said they would love a woman making the first move. A confident woman is an attractive woman. Show what you want. Show you want him. Stop holding it in. Suck it up and send that text. I personally have never felt unsafe making the first move. I don't think OP is necessarily saying to go up to total strangers and put it all out there. But to make romantic intentions known to a guy that you've been talking to and it seems like there might be a connection. The first night I met my now fiancé, who is on the more introverted side with new people, I asked him for his number. I'm so glad I did. Done it. Got ghosted kinda. I agree with OP though. You're have the fuego. You're gonna make a killer lawyer. We'll all be rooting for you along the way. If a girl I don't know reaches out to me online, I assume she wants to harvest my kidneys. Good luck on the LSAT. I've asked men out and been rejected. Guess what? That okay. If I didn't ask, I would never know. You can survive rejection. Men do it all the time. Are we not as strong as men? In my case, I was asked out. I was nervous, so I didn't accept initially. I also learned she was talking to other people, and she explicitly mentioned out loud that was talking to older men. I didn't think anyone else besides me should have been getting their hands on what I wanted, and she was very much my type. When I worked up the nerve to ask, she said she was with someone else. The problem with this advice is that the very few times a woman will come out of her comfort zone and risk rejection is with super hot guy who is way out of her league. When this of course doesn't go well, she erroneously concludes, "See? I knew it. Men don't like it when women show interest first. That's the reason I was rejected." Completely oblivious to the end. I've always heard that women should be chased and men should be the ones chasing, but I'm way too impatient for it lol. This is influencing me to ask my maybe crush out right now, even though everyone told me not to, so he could do it himself. I regret putting myself out there all the time. Being used for sex, manipulated, and treated like urine in the meantime. Solution: until the girl they actually want can do that for you. Not saying I never out myself out there, but it's not all roses and sunshine when you do. The person making the first move is demonstrating they have interest in the other person, which gives the person being asked out the upper hand and more power in the relationship because they know the other person wanted them bad enough to risk rejection. I've found that men who have trouble making a move are not a good fit for me. I don't have a problem asking them out, but I tend to regret it because they turn out to be low-effort guys. A lot of men complain about this too. I'm starting to think there's a real epidemic of entitlement and low effort. About 5 of guys cold approach women. It's less about confidence and more about shamelessness and being the loudest person in the room. So it's always been kind of funny to me women seem to complain about dating the same kind of guy, and it's usually because it's the same kind of guy who approaches all of them. Most of the rest of guys are looking for the right moment, which is hard to define and rarely comes unless the woman offers some kind of encouragement. Hope you got a great score. Yes. 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 As a guy, the first couldn't agree more. As a guy, it's nice when a woman comes up to you and initiate the first move, gives you that warm, little fuzzy feeling inside because someone showed some interest. Sadly, it only seems to come once every odd blue moon. Exactly time to upgrade to modern times. Let's get out of the old-fashioned way. Let's get confident and ambitious. As a woman, I also prefer to take the initiative, and guys find it very sexy. Women are aware of their safety. This is not about being shy only. Also allow me to say, not every man wanna be with a woman who is not afraid to be on charge. Lots of them run or stay freezing. Others can say you are an easy woman, aka not dateable. Don't generalize that much, because doing that you are saying women who cannot or don't want to make the first move are not attractive or are not doing what that they should. We make moves, but we tend to be subtle, which is something absolutely valid. Some do nothing, also valid. No thanks. Personally, I find the risks to women outweigh the benefits when it comes to approaching first. But if it works for you, then that's great. I'm good. Too risky, thanks though. I want women to approach me. Beautiful women. With great legs and a good personality. I don't like the ones who actually seem interested in me. Because if they approach me, I can obviously do better. Another fake post. Ignore. Go check your results instead. If a guy is too afraid to make a move, then he's obviously not that into you. Amen 100 agreed. Clapping hands. Medium dark skin tone. 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 Absolutely true. I've had this girl at uni approach me and started talking to me. I didn't know her before, or more precisely, I saw her a couple of times, but I didn't feel any attraction towards her. We have a common class but different majors. From the moment she did that, she went from a 6 or 5 maybe to a 9 really quick. I don't know how, but women, it works. After the exam period, I'm planning to ask her out and see what she says. Literally. It is so easy to find someone as a woman today. The biggest problem, however, is finding someone they also like. However, I'd still wager if there's a guy you like and you just put the effort in to make the first move, like asking them out on a date, there's at least a 75% chance he will say yes. LMAO okay, but no thanks. Nope, I do not recommend asking anyone out. Believe me, it's not worth it. As a woman, I can recall the last time I regret saying something. And no, it wasn't the rejection. It was being relegated to one of the bitches all on him. And the why don't women start the conversation on dating apps, folks. I learned very quickly that was free reign for the how soon can I fold you over speedrun. Speaking for me, I will gladly lose out if that means I don't have to be spoken to or about in that way. I made the first move via an Instagram PM about 2 years ago to a guy from my hometown. We're getting married in April. There's a 90% chance he'll flat out say yes, spoken like a true skinny lady. Can confirm. Made first move with my now husband, and he still proudly tells the story to others. I would never make a move first if I really like a guy. If I do, I only consider him a friend. That's way too masculine for me. Yeah, unless the dude is very far out of a girl's league or is in a relationship. Guys generally aren't that picky and will probably agree to go out with you, plus we very rarely get asked out, and I personally find it very flattering. Tears of joy.